This is Super Yacht News in association with Go Earth Boating, navigating boat buyers to better deals. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've been in this location, but it's nice to be back. Now, in the last episode of the Super Yacht News, which we filmed at the Monaco Yacht Show, we told you about a brand new 37-meter Benetti yacht, motor yacht Angel, running aground off an island south of Athens in Greece. The yacht was delivered this summer. It's a brand new yacht, had a composite hull and superstructure, and crashed straight into the side of the island in Patroklos on the 24th of September. Now, the reason why we're talking about it, we've got some video footage. All we had last time was a couple of photos. We've got some video footage here provided by Salvage and Wreck Instagram account. And you can see the vessel grounded there on the really hard ground. Now, apparently on inspection, the authorities discovered that the hull was cracked, or they discovered a crack in the yacht's hull. However, the officials confirmed that there'd been no ingress of water after they grounded. It's probably because they were actually lifted off out of the water. The bow of the ship was literally out of the water. The yacht's owner had ordered the vessel to remain in place until a full survey was conducted to determine its seaworthiness. Now, to be honest, that sounds like it was an instruction by the Admiralty, of the local Admiralty. If you remember a few months ago, we talked about another yacht that grounded, and they were given the same instructions, and they ignored them and took themselves off without having an inspection of the hull done, and just sailed the yacht back. And they got arrested when they went back into port in Spain. And that guy, the owner of that yacht, had instructed the yacht to move off the rocks, even though he'd been told to leave it there. So it sounds like something similar. Now, the vessel had 4 crew members on board at the time of the grounding, 3 of them Bulgarian nationals and 1 Ukrainian. The vessel was actually sailing under a Bulgarian flag, which is kind of unusual. Authorities said that no environmental pollution had been reported as well, which is good news, obviously. And they also confirmed there were no injuries in the incident. Now, the yacht since been removed. That was on the 24th of September. The yacht crashed. 3 days later, it was still there. Obviously, now we know why, because the owner had said to keep it there until the hull could be inspected. Vessel's now left there, and it's gone to Olympic Marina, which is on the mainland in south of Athens, and to a dry dock facility. Boat's been hauled out of the water. As you can see in these photographs sent in by one of our subscribers, the yacht's bow sustained quite significant damage there. And like I said, including cracks, as mentioned by the owner, and will need repairs. So, like I said, composite hull. If that had been a steel hull, unlikely that you would have seen such bad damage. Anyway, we'll move on. We've got some video footage and photos here from subscribers of Flying Fox in refit in Blumenvoss in Germany. Now, we mentioned a few episodes ago that the yacht had sailed to Blumenvoss, and it was no doubt going into a refit. Now, if you remember, that was around the 15th of September, I believe. Or based on AIS, actually, that's when it arrived, 15th of September. I think it was about 10 o'clock in the morning, UTC. Now, the vessel hasn't had a major refit since the war in Ukraine started. The Flying Fox was owned by Dmitry Kemenchek, who's a Russian billionaire who did own Moscow Airport, amongst other things. I'm not sure if he still owns that airport any longer. But anyway, the vessel was in Dominican Republic at the start of the outbreak, and it was temporarily detained there whilst and boarded by US authorities. But the vessel eventually managed to leave. And once it did, it sailed immediately to Turkey and was laid up in Turkey for about 2 years in Gojek in Turkey. And only recently, a few months ago, which we reported on, the vessel had started to crew up and started engines and stuff, and AIS had come back on, and the vessel eventually left. And then we found out that it had actually been sold. And the new owner, as we've mentioned in various episodes, is the one of the members of the United Arab Emirate royal family. And the vessel's now, it was recently used as what looked like a support vessel for Motor Yacht Blue as it sailed around the Greek islands. But that vessel went to Germany, as you can see in refit there. The other vessel, if you're interested, it's in a floating dry dock, 134 metre vessel. It's a big vessel. It's in a floating dry dock there, and it's right next to the other vessel in the photos there. That's motor yacht Luna, the Lloyd Werft Luna, formerly owned by Roman Abramovich and now owned by Farhad Akhmedov. I believe he's trying to sell that yacht, but it's kind of it's not seized any longer. He's no longer on the sanctions, but the vessel's there whilst there are various different disputes going on about payments and stuff to do with the crew. And if that vessel ever does leave, it will be arrested. The only reason why it hasn't been arrested is because the Lursen people won't let the lawyers in to serve those papers. So yeah. So anyway, in there for a refit. Like I said, hasn't a refit in 3 years. Probably maybe it's a 5-year refit. I'm not sure, because the vessel has been out there in no man's land for all that time. So yeah, big refit. Someone sent us some photographs of the vessel, and the paintwork on the hull looked really, really bad. If I can find them, we'll put them in here, and you can see them for yourself. Right, we'll move on. Now, this is based on reporting by Boat International. We got an article about Gabe Newell. He recently became a shareholder, I think the majority shareholder of Oceanco, the Dutch yacht builder. And he recently spoke at the Monaco Yacht Show, and he said, quote, "I care enormously about being someone who can add value to the yachting community." Gabe Newell recently purchased shares of Oceanco, like I said, which was really a big surprise, especially to the online gaming community, where he's known as Gabe N. The creator of some of the biggest games, like Half-Life. He purchased the yacht builders after ordering a yacht himself. He ordered an 111-meter yacht called Leviathan, and he was an owner. He was a customer with Oceanco, and he liked the company so much, like he bought the company. I mean, Oceanco built a lot of high-profile yachts, including for like Steven Spielberg as one of their good returning customers. Anyway, he spoke to a room of people at the yacht show on a video call, looking a bit like a Gitmo detainee defending himself in a court hearing there on the video with his orange shirt on and his big bushy beard. Anyway, like I said, he was talking that when he was ordering his yacht, he said, when you're building a yacht with Oceanco, it's a very collaborative and enjoyable process. They make you feel like you're part of the team, and he literally is part of the team now, right? Gabe said that he's not intending to have a big shake-up at the company. He just and initially wants to just support the things that they're already doing, because he says they do them really well. He's just acquired another company, a systems integrator, whose name I'll put on screen. I have no idea how to pronounce that. He suggested that his background in technology will influence Oceanco's development in the long term. He said, just about everything I've been involved in over the years has moved some aspect of technology forward in a way that benefits customers. Whilst he envisages exploring new innovations, for now, Newell underlined the importance of supporting what Oceanco already does brilliantly. He said, what gets me out of bed in the morning is doing work that communities value. And I care enormously about being someone who can add value to the yachting community. So entering this world is both exciting and a little nerve-wracking. At this stage, I feel very much part of the team and see how we can be a force for good in the industry. Now, what I'll do is I'll post a link to that article, the full article of the Boat International article. I'll post it in the video description if you're interested in seeing that. All right, guys, I know it's the first day back for me, but it is Friday, and therefore we are doing a Friday yacht spot. The first yacht on the list is motor yacht Embrace, formerly Elandes. Owner is Michael Jordan. You might have heard of him. I think he played basketball or something, quite a high level. The yacht's value is $115 million. It's a 74-meter, 245-foot Aberking Rasmussen built in 2018. 2,065 gross tons. I saw this vessel at the Monaco Yacht Show, I think around 2019 when it was for sale. I guess Michael Jordan bought it at that time. Next on the list, we've got sailing yacht M5, the largest single-masted sailing yacht in the world. We've heard that recently, right, about another single-masted sailing yacht. Anyway, this video footage was filmed in Olbia in Sardinia, not Sicily. It's a 77-meter sailing yacht, 255 foot, and it can carry 16 guests in 8 cabins. Built in 2004 by Vosper Thornycroft, and it's just over 1,000 gross tons, and its value is about $50 million, which is, that's a massive sailing yacht. Now, interestingly, Vosper Thornycroft was a British company, shipbuilders, and they were building all kinds of ships from the 1960s onwards, building warships for the Royal Navy, and they eventually merged with the BAE Systems and stopped building ships as Vosper Thornycroft in 2004. So if this is correct, I'm not completely sure if it is in relation to M5, but it must be one of the last vessels that came out of that shipyard before it closed, because it was built in 2004, right? So we've got a few photographs here before I go. These are of some other yachts. Motor Yacht A in Dubai, sporting her Malaysian flag. This is the first close-up photographs I've seen of the yacht with her new flag. And you can see a few different angles there. And the same subscriber sent in these other photos here. Motor Yacht Grace, Motor Yacht Moonlight 11, and Smeralda with Alaya in the background there. So yeah, really nice photos. Thank you to all who sent these in. I don't believe anybody wants to be named, or I don't have their details. If you are one of the people who submitted and you're a bit annoyed that I didn't say your name, please be sure to get in touch. And I will amend that in a future video. But I appreciate it to everybody who sent them in anyway. And that's it. That's all we've got for this episode. Be sure to check us out on patreon.com/thesysman or on YouTube in the members section. We've posted a lot of videos during our trip to Monaco for the Monaco Yacht Show. We've got more videos to come. We still have the car deck to do, and we've still got some other footage, some other videos, should I say, from Monaco. So be sure to check those out. We've got the Monaco debrief coming up in a few days as well, so check that out as well. But if you're interested in joining us as a member, you can do so in the description. That all the links are there, or you can go to patreon.com/thesysman and join us there. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. Be sure to like the video and click the subscribe button and like and all that kind of jazz. And I'll see you in the next one.